Let's keep it closer to home, Jamie, with the Toronto Blue Jays and the news yesterday. Dwayne Murphy retiring. Chad Mottola, for some reason, as hitting coach, will not be back next season. Now, Alex Anthopoulos will be on Primetime Sports with Bob McCown. I'm sure Bob will ask him why Chad Mottola's not coming back. What do you think that answer will be?
I will be listening so that I can figure it out myself. I really don't know. And look, I know that a lot of guys did not do the kind of things that they were supposed to do with the bat this year, but I think Chad had an impact on some of the guys that were spending time in AAA and came up late, like Anthony Gose. I know he had quite an impact on Colby Rasmus, and in fact, I was tweeting last night and got a tweet back from Colby's dad, and he was pretty upset about the dismissal. So I really don't know what the answer there is. I think in a way it might have something to do with the fact that John Gibbons didn't hire Chad Mottola to be his hitting coach. He was around already, and maybe Gibby has some other ideas as to who he wants to perform that role. Did Chad have a massive impact on some of the struggles at the plate? I don't think so. But we'll find out. I think it's going to be very interesting to hear what the general manager has to say. I understand Dwayne Murphy's decision. He's been in the game a long time, and maybe he just needs to go and recharge his batteries. But I find the Mottola dismissal a little perplexing, but I guess we'll hear from Alex later.
There have been some around the media parts to suggest that Mottola was made a scapegoat for this Jays season. Do you believe that the masses of Jays Nation are pacified by this scapegoat, even if they were to be making Mottola the scapegoat? Because
no, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think dismissing the hitting coach does anything to pacify a passionate fan base. And frankly, you know, if you want to soothe the feelings of the disgruntled fan base, you've got to do something a little more than just dismiss a hitting coach, in my mind. I mean, with the expectations that the Blue Jays had going into the season, and with the inability to live up to those expectations, I think you have to do something far greater than dismiss a hitting coach. And I'm not saying, but don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's on the manager, but I think there are a lot of unhappy people out there who figured the Blue Jays were going to be a whole lot better than they were, and they are probably expecting greater change than just this.
Right. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if it's the scapegoat, they've missed. Right. Like, if they think firing the hitting coach is their scapegoat, this is a swing and a miss.
Yeah, but
ironically
you
enough,
appease them, you go out and you do something creative again, right? I mean, the creativity that went into reshaping the roster last offseason will be far more difficult to do this offseason. But
interesting point.
You know, we'll leave that up to the general manager. He seems to be magic on occasion, and he'll have to be in this offseason.
Jamie, Colby Rasmus's dad, he seems to be an outspoken dude, isn't he?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, look, he's a father, and not every father who has a son who is an athlete, whether professional or amateur, can keep to themselves when they think they know what is best for their child. And I'll be honest with you, I understand it, and I get it, and I don't think Tony Rasmus says too much. To be honest with you, I think he said a lot when Colby was with the Cardinals, and it got him publicity that maybe neither he nor Colby really wanted.
See, Jamie, that's the road I'm just kind of going down. I mean, I know in the past maybe things didn't work out well when he got a little vocal. So I was a little surprised to see that last night on social media. I got to be honest.
Well, but this is a father who is using social media to reach out and make his opinions known. And again, I'm okay with it. He follows me for some strange reason on Twitter, and he tweets me on occasion when we say things about his son, whether positively or negatively. And I'm fine with it, because I'm not saying I would ever be the hands-on father that he is, but you got to remember, I mean, Colby had one coach for the first 14 or 15 years of his life, and it was Tony Rasmus.
Athletics and Tigers tonight, Red Sox and Rays. 5:07 first pitch for the first game, which is in Detroit, and in Tampa, 8:37 first pitch there. Both teams facing elimination at home. One or both or none get eliminated tonight.
Well, let me see. If both get eliminated tonight, I get a day off on Thursday. So from my professional perspective, I always think of that first.
Right.
I'm torn, to be honest with you. It's very difficult for me to side with one or other in the Eastern confrontation because, frankly, I hate all comers in the East that don't have the Blue Jay logo on their hat. So I'm not even going to go there. But in the Oakland-Detroit series, I am pleasantly surprised with the no-name Athletics and how well they've been playing and how, they took advantage of the fact that maybe Jim Leland left Anibal Sanchez in a little too long yesterday, and now they are a game away from going to the American League Championship Series. I don't think many people gave them a hope in this series simply because the names on the back of the jerseys for Detroit far outweigh those on the back of the jerseys for Oakland, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything come playoff time.
Jamie, the Grant Balfour, Victor Martinez incident in the ninth inning.
Loved it.
It was kind of hilarious, but and I'm surprised it took this long for someone to kind of look at Grant Balfour and say, "What the hell is your problem?" Because Balfour is like walking. He's trying to get a new ball. Obviously, one was fouled off, but as he's doing it, he is swearing. And if I'm Victor Martinez, I do take that as a sign of disrespect.
Yeah, and the thing I found a little odd was, Victor Martinez has probably seen that before from Grant Balfour, and Greg teamed with him for half a year, and he said that that's the way Balfour is. He yabs and chats and barks almost incessantly on the mound, and sometimes he directs it at the opposing batter, but most of the time it's supposedly directed at himself, and that's fine if that's the way you are. I just think Victor Martinez was frustrated enough to think that it had something to do with him. And in fact, I guess it did because Balfour later said that Martinez was staring him down
But the only reason he was staring him down because Balfour was like halfway to home plate cursing his head off.
Yeah, that's true.
Looking directly at him.
I don't know. It added a little substance to the end.
Oh, it did. I'm not.
I liked it. I don't know why I liked it. I wish young children who are watching the game didn't have to hear the stuff they said to each other. But I see nothing wrong with it, and I don't see anything wrong with the way Balfour behaves if that's the way he's going to be effective. But I also admire Victor Martinez for saying, "Hey, shut it up there, pal, and do your job."
Who the hell do they think they are? Yanko Tipsarevic?
I guess it was going to have to happen at some point, and you've got a very frustrated Tigers team right now. So it was the perfect storm.
Do the A's win today, Jamie? The Tigers don't look like they can get their lineup to where they need it to be, and Cabrera's hurt. That's
Dan
a bad
Straley,
combination.
Doug Fister.
Yeah, it is Doug Fister.
It is Doug Fister, yes.
But it's also Dan Straley. And again, this is an Oakland team that nobody ever gives any credibility based on the fact that nobody's ever heard of any of them. And Straley's, just like Jared Parker, who's like A.J. Griffin, a very good young pitcher who probably feels absolutely nothing going into tonight's game because he figures, he's still young in the big leagues, and as they say, young and stupid and not necessarily thinking about the consequences. I'd give Oakland a serious chance of winning this thing and getting set for the American League Championship Series.
It is amazing. The average salary per starting pitcher for Detroit, exactly 9 times that of the A's 4 guys that will hit the bump to start a game. And the A's lead the series 2-1. Jamie, always a pleasure, and enjoy that booster juice once you get it in your hands.
You know I will. Do you want me to bring you one?
Yeah. Bring one with fruit. I'll have a fruit one.
If they have a gravy one, I think
and I'll take that one too. Yeah.